With the rising gas prices, food prices, and interest rates with no signs of slowing down, why do I see men online complaining that they cannot get the women of their dreams? Am I the only one who sees a major problem with that, or is chasing the divine feminine so important? I think that men nowadays have their priorities completely out of whack, because you can clearly see that society is slowly burning around you, and instead of preparing for the tough times ahead, you're more focused on busting a nut. This makes me know you're not taking this life seriously. President Biden has already made it clear that we're going to have food shortages in America, and it's forecasted that worldwide we will also see food shortages. So what will it take for you to realize that things are not okay, and you need to start preparing for a recession or even worse, a depression in case ish hits the fan? Let me tell you this, women are never going anywhere. They will always be here. They will find some way to survive no matter what. You, on the other hand, if you don't work and work your butt off, nobody is coming to save you. If you were to walk outside and start counting how many homeless men you see versus homeless women, the numbers wouldn't even be close. So I want you to really think about what you want for your life going forward outside of women. Because I want you guys to understand that women don't appreciate what you do, and they never will. Not only that, when was the last time that you saw a woman prioritize a man's needs before hers? If you have, let me know because I've never seen it before. And guys, if you want to bust a nut, why don't you just pay for it outright? I guarantee you that paying to bust a nut will be much cheaper than housing and cohabitating with a regular woman, and you're more likely to get what you really want. When you live with a woman or have a girlfriend, she's not obligated to have bedroom fun with you, but a girl you have an arrangement with is incentivized to give you what you want so she can get what she wants. And this is the thing that I don't like with men who believe they are too moral to pay up front. You would rather chase women and waste time trying to bust that nasty nut for free, and in the meantime, you're hoping everything works out and the economy goes back to normal. You guys are goofy as hell, I have to be honest. We are living in the greatest transfer of wealth this planet has ever seen, and you're online debating that you get 304s for free. WTF. If you don't prepare to take advantage of the opportunities that will present itself in the next couple of months to a year, you will be left out and only have yourself to blame. I have to go in hard on you guys because when I saw full-grown men online debating on who can get more 304s and who is more game when I know for a fact that they're broke, it saddens me. So this is why I'm here to plead with you guys to start getting your financial situation right. I don't want any of you guys to be struggling financially or become homeless. So let's look at what you can do to make more money as fast as possible and prepare for the tough times. One of the best ways to make some extra cash almost immediately is to sell things you don't need in your house. Now for most people, you will have certain items that you haven't used in a very long time or things that no longer serve you any purpose, and if that's the case, go ahead and sell them. You can go on the Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or whatever platform or method you choose and get rid of the junk. Instead of giving away your stuff, why not sell it instead and make back a little bit of money? Another way to make some extra money is to get a second job. Now I don't understand the entitlement of Americans not wanting to work hard or work at a job that doesn't pay a lot. You can make money or excuses, but you can't do both, so you need to get your priorities straight. If you don't make good money and you're barely getting by, but you have time to be chasing 304s, then I definitely won't feel sorry for you when the economy crashes and you're living in your car. You need to swallow your pride and work the extra job if you have to. There are too many opportunities in America to sit down and complain about your finances. If you don't want to work at a soul-sucking job, then let's consider your options. You have Uber Eats, Grubhub, Uber, DoorDash, Postmates, Amazon Flex, and so on. And these are just a few options that you have at your disposal. If you still have an excuse that you can't make any extra money living in America, then I don't know what to tell you. As long as you have a bicycle, motorcycle, or a car, then you can make money on the side. I know that some guy is still going to complain that he can't make any money or doesn't have time to do any of these. So let's look at your options online. You have Upwork, Freelance.com, Fiverr, People Per Hour, YouTube, and so on. A simple Google search for online jobs, and that's all it takes. Let's look at some side hustles you might want to try if you don't plan on working for someone else. Couch flipping is one of the best side hustles I've seen that makes ridiculous money. If you have a storage area in your house like a garage, storage unit, pickup truck, or box truck, you can make a killing flipping couches. All you have to do is clean the couches, stage it, find a seller, and that's it. I've seen people make up to $4,000 a month and more flipping couches, so if they can do it, you can too. Lawn mowing is another classic that almost anyone can do, and it can make good money on the side. If you plan on taking this side hustle seriously, it is expensive, so keep that in mind. But if you are just starting out, you'll need a commercial lawn mower, trimmer, edgers and blowers, spreaders, sprayers, and safety equipment. Some of these items can be bought used when you're just starting out to cut back on expenses, and you'll need a vehicle to store the tools and storage space, so keep that in mind. Cleaning people's houses can also be a great side hustle if you're willing to work in a team. This is a great side hustle because it has a very low overhead depending on the cleaning products you use, and almost everyone can clean. If you don't know how to clean, go on YouTube and you'll see tutorials teaching people how to clean a house. The last step would be to buy the necessary tools, get someone who's trustworthy and can also clean to be your partner. Find the clients and make some easy money. Painting can be another great side hustle if you know how to paint and not make a mess. Again, YouTube is a great place to learn how to paint by watching tutorial videos. You'll need some tools for this side hustle: paintbrushes, wall cleaner, painter's tape, rollers, canvas drop cloths, a plastic bucket, plastic roller tray, roller extension pole, a sturdy ladder, and so on. You'll have to spend a pretty penny, but if you can set this business up right, you can make a lot of money. The bigger you get in this side hustle, you'll have to work in a team to finish as fast as possible, so keep that in mind. Alright, if any man watches this video and you still find an excuse that you cannot make more money, then admit that you're lazy, and let's call a spade a spade. There is no way on God's green earth that, with an abundance of opportunities in America, you can't make enough money to not live paycheck to paycheck. If some of you got shipped to a third world country, you realize how good you have it here. Now that we've covered how to make money, let's look at how we can keep our money. This is the most important skill related to money because anybody can make money, but only a few know how to keep it. That is why most of the world's population is broke compared to the small number of wealthy people. This is not financial advice, so keep that in mind. To stay on the safe side and avoid taking unnecessary risks, I would lean to buying gold and silver instead of putting money in the markets right now. Gold and silver have stood the test of time as a good asset class, and if need be, can be used in place of physical cash to make a purchase if someone is willing to take your gold or silver. Now I know some of you are saying, what about stocks and crypto? The truth is we don't know how much worse this economy will get, so in the meantime, I would avoid stocks and crypto unless I have money that I'm willing to lose. Stay out of the markets if you don't have money you're willing to lose. I would rather you have the cash on hand to buy food and toilet paper than lose it in the markets. I wouldn't touch real estate with a 10-foot pole right now unless I had a lot of money. You must realize that none of us know if we're going to see a repeat of 2008. If you were to buy now at peak prices versus in a housing foreclosure when the homes are dirt cheap, you would lose out on a lot of opportunities. All those people who were in such a hurry to buy a house, especially with adjustable rate mortgages, will soon start going into foreclosure because they can't keep up with the payments. So I would wait and hold off on buying a house until either the economy crashes or I see prices stabilize. The last thing I recommend is to stop wasting money on things you don't need or can do yourself. Now is when you should be downscaling your lifestyle significantly and cutting back on stuff you don't need. If you don't need the subscriptions, get rid of them. If you don't need to eat at restaurants, cook at home. If you don't need to go to parties, then don't go. It's the simple things that add up over time, and you can shop around to see if you can get cheaper insurance and so on. Now that we've covered everything finance related, one last piece of advice so you can have food security going forward. You should buy bulk foods that can stay long without spoiling. Make sure to stock up on any dry or canned food that can remain for a very long time, as much as you think you'll need. And consider growing your own food if you have that as an option. There is nothing more satisfying than eating from what you've grown. I would start to break away from the dependence on the system as much as possible, so if you can start growing your own food, then start there. Tap that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this style of video. These videos won't be popular because they're not women related, but these are the videos that can really change your life. Comment below if you're prepared for an economic collapse, and if not, what are your plans to prepare going forward?